Assumptions. Urban schools are better equipped, have better facilities, and have teachers and administrators with higher levels of training. As it is said earlier, that all these things which are mentioned here are reason to build up the school culture in a positive manner. So it is assumed in all the studies done on this topic that the urban schools are better equipped. They have better facilities like playgrounds, stage, halls, places for the students to get together, cafeterias, common rooms to have discussions, the staff stations where the teachers can work and be independent. So all these facilities are being introduced in city schools, in urban schools, so that the people who are in the schools are made comfortable. And all this information is actually coming from the resources that are being taken from teacher training sessions. Also, it is said that since there are people in the city who are getting better opportunities of education because they are closer to the schools which are providing modern education, therefore the teachers and the administrators in the big cities would be highly qualified than those who would be in the rural areas. Also, it has been noticed that students coming from rural areas and living in cities, when they qualify and become teachers, they like to be posted in big cities instead of going back to the rural areas because of less equipment in the school and less opportunities to grow up. Most of them, they think that it is better for them to work in the cities because they will be having better schools to work in. The school culture in the city is much better than the small town or a village, and therefore they prefer to work in the cities to be exposed to better school culture and to use the approaches which are modern, and also to have an opportunity to attend some professional training in the city. Good schools are more likely to be in cities or towns than in rural areas, and to be male or co-educational rather than female. So most of the good schools would be situated in big capital cities or big cities where there is a cosmopolitan culture, and the schools are well equipped, they have a positive culture, and also some of the schools in the cities and big capital cities are those which have co-educational facilities, and some of them are male institutions where there are only boys institutions. So the female institutions where there are only girls schools would be less in the big cities because probably the population of the boys is considered to be a concern that should be getting good education. So more is done for building up schools for boys which are excellently equipped and has better teachers and better trained teachers in the school. And also because of the increasing trend that there are more and more co-educational institutions which are being brought up to the level of excellence in order to give facilities to girls and boys to be studying in the same school, and that makes it easy for the administrators to hire the females and males as teachers, because there is a reason for that, because there are girl students as well as the boy students in the school. So it is sort of giving an equal treatment to both the genders by having a school of excellence which is co-educational and is well equipped, has a positive culture, and therefore would result in bringing achievements for both girls and boys. Also, teachers prefer to settle in urban places and locations and cities where they have more opportunities. But having said that, that does not mean that all the schools in the rural area or small towns or villages would not be really having these equipment. It has been noticed that some of the schools in rural areas do meet the excellence standards and do have positive school culture with the help of the villagers or the members of the community. They make the school an example for the rest of the communities. So, having said that, there can be an exception that in the rural area there can be a school which would be all girls schools or all boys schools, but having all the equipment, library, resources, well managed staff, well managed administrators, and running it very smoothly with the help of all the team and the parents involved in the activities, and thus bringing high results and performance for the students, making everybody proud.